Director Brad Parks, and intern John Judge. Percussion instructors are Bryce Wilson, DJ Rhodes, Tyler Easterling, and Caden Fletcher. Color guard instructors are Cassie Sadler, Nicole Morales, and Danielle Brown. This year's fundraiser is Aaron Ruiz, the Choctawhatchee Style Marchers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to midfield, where the Choctawhatchee cheerleaders, Brave and War Princess, are performing their traditional prayer circle. This sacred tradition has been handed down through the many generations of Choctaw cheerleaders. The Choctawhatchee High School cheerleaders have won 5 FHSAA state championships, 3 in the 1A small co-ed division, 1 in the 1A medium co-ed division, and the most recent one in 1A large co-ed division. They are currently ranked first in the state in 1A large co-ed. They are coached by Mason Buchanan and Ansley Walker. The varsity captain is Chelsea Dowd, senior. Varsity co-captains are Emily Jowers, Senior, Mackenzie Stevens, Senior, Lydia Walker, Senior. The rest of the varsity members are seniors: Ty Campbell, Destiny Dupree, Cody Lennox, Isabel Lugo, Zion Mims, Courtney Murphy. Juniors: Taylor Brooks, Emma Fields, Jillian Rose, Hannah McGinnis, Jake O'Brien. Sophomores: Cameron Boyd, Peyton Dukes, Lee Funches, Addison Howard, Mackenzie Monsees, and Hannah Slater, along with Alexia Whalen. Freshmen: Annabelle Marshall, Lacey Dowd, Madison Humphreys, Sophia Lara, Trinity Johnson. Our Indian princess is Emily Platt. Our brave is George Haas. And players and coaches from the visiting team, if you could clear the field, please. Our skydive helicopter is checking overhead, and the jumpers will be jumping out in 1 minute. Clear the field, please. Thank you. It is now 5:38. Jumpers are scheduled to depart the aircraft at 5:40. Jump altitude is 6,000 feet. Jumpers away. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Military Appreciation Night here at Etheredge Stadium. On behalf of the Special Forces Association, Green Berets, past, present, future, and all service members deployed across the world, we will now transport you for a few minutes into the world of free fall parachuting and our salute to all of you and our great nation. The sponsors for tonight's demonstration are the Choctawhatchee Touchdown Club, the Special Forces Association and its chapters around the country and world, our friends at the Ramada Inn, and our special sponsor, IS4S, for Integrated Solutions for Systems, and their contact run tool. Special Forces Association was founded and dedicated to the memory of lost comrades, preservation of the Special Forces Green Beret heritage, professional manner, and can-do attitude. Special Forces Association parachute team has performed at numerous professional, collegiate, Olympic, and NASCAR events throughout the country. Our jumpers tonight are Army Green Beret Sergeant First Class Brendan Quisenberry, Army Green Beret Captain Bruno Lucevero, and from the Air Force Special Operations Command, Master Sergeant James Hilton. The jumpers have exited the Timberview R-44 helicopter, piloted by Alex Breckner.
Fighting soldiers from the sky, fearless men who jump and die, men who mean just what they say, the brave men of the Green Beret, silver wings upon their chests. These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 will Green Beret. Trained to live, all made to win. Trained in combat, hand to hand. Men who fight by night and day. Early cheek from the Green Beret, silver wings upon their chest. These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. Back at home, a young white waits. Her Green Beret has met his fate. He has died for those of rest, leaving her this last request. But silver wings on my son's chest, make him one of America's best. He'll be a man, they'll test one day, have him win the Green Beret.
In August 1940, Sir Winston Churchill said this about the Royal Air Force fighting the Battle of Britain. Never before, in the course of human conflict, have so many owed so much to so few. Now, 77 years later, those words still ring true. We, the many, are gathered here tonight to honor and acknowledge our eternal debt of gratitude to the few, exemplified by our 3 skydivers who have done so much to preserve our freedom and to ensure our safety. And all of the past and present men and women who have served with valor and pride in the armed forces, and all of our past and present men and women firefighters and first responders who are there to save us and protect us 24 hours a day. Real heroes walk quietly among us every day. Seek them out, shake their hands, and don't ever forget to thank them for the freedoms, hard-earned, that we all too often seem to take for granted. Thank you. Please remain standing as our color guard is posted. Commanding and carrying the U.S. flag, Cadet First Lieutenant William Stewart. Carrying the Florida State flag, Cadet Isaiah Taylor. The POW flag, Cadet Major Race Alley. With rifles, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Davis and Cadet Staff Sergeant Matthew Sunquist. Carrying the U.S. Army flag tonight, Cadet Master Sergeant Taylor Muse. Carrying the United States Navy flag, Cadet Staff Sergeant Alyssa Singletary. Carrying the U.S. flag, Cadet First Lieutenant Haley Smith. Carrying the United States Marine Corps flag, Cadet Second Lieutenant Janicia Butler. Carrying the Coast Guard flag, Cadet Staff Sergeant Zach Sunquist. With rifles, Cadet Manuel Velasquez and Cadet Airman Michaela Waddy. Commanding rifle team is Cadet First Lieutenant Michael Brown. 50 Stakes Commander is First Lieutenant Paola Bravo. Please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And remain standing for our national anthem. In a moment, our band will be playing a medley of the service anthem, so you may be seated. However, when you hear your service anthem, be sure to rise and cheer. The medley of our military anthems. Marine Corps. United States Army. the Coast Guard. United States Air Force. And the United States Navy.
Fayard, and the pregame festivities continue here on the field. Let's get down to the tail of the tape. The Indians, unaccustomed to normal with the Indians, we don't have a back that's run for 100. Barely have.
Yeah, and that's been an Achilles heel of the team so far. But you're rushing. You've got Reggie Fain. He's a promising back. He's a freshman. 10 carries this year, 61 yards, a nice 6.1 average. But we're in our fourth ball game, so that's 3 games to get 60 yards. Marquetrius Warble, a sophomore, 15 carries, 52 yards. He's been moved to defensive back. Mario Banks saw a lot of action, 19 carries. Most of those came against Navarre here just this last Friday. 2.6 average for 50 yards. And Brady Uton, 33 carries, 62 yards. Some of that is sacks, so he loses, 30, 40 yards a game in sacks, but he's been by far the leading rusher as far as attempts, 33. Brady Uton has also thrown 45 times, 29 completions for 513 yards, 4 touchdowns, and I want to knock on wood, no interceptions this year. So that's good through their first 3 games. Hopefully he can continue that streak tonight, Tom.
Indians began last game not afraid to go vertical.
Had huge passing plays against Navarre, 85-yard touchdown, an 80-yard touchdown, and a 44-yard touchdown. So 3 touchdown passes against Navarre. Big play potential. They'll have to tap into that and get that running game going if we can get that offensive line fired up.
Conversely, for Catholic, Abram Smiley totes the rock for them. He's about the only one that totes the rock, but he's toted it a long way so far this year.
Yeah, Garrett Foley, he's a 6'3", 185-pound senior quarterback. They like to throw it a lot, Tom. 70 attempts, 34 completions, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Abram Smiley, 58 carries, 343 yards, a 5.9 average. So he's had some big plays, 5 touchdowns. That's 114 yards a game. So they will run it to him and try to throw it to Jacoby Jackson and Deterius Gideon. We'll hear those names all night tonight.
Yeah, one good thing I didn't see on the roster for Catholic, I did not see a last name Purifoy, or one didn't just jump off at me. It seems like between them and Pine Forest and Pensacola High, they spread it around. But Smiley, that name rings a bell, and I think that's the younger brother of a Smiley that came through there earlier.
Yeah, Abram Smiley, he's 5'11", 205-pound junior. He wears number 8, and we'll call his name tonight, toting that rock.
Little ways to go yet. Let's take it back to the studio for a quick 10-second station identification. You're listening to the Big Green Radio Network.
Be a shootout.
Tanner Pattison, along with Jimmy Grace, the seniors, the captains tonight for the Indians.
Got a twilight kickoff. Indians go with the black pants and black jerseys with that green helmet. Solid-looking uniform.
Again, it's a rare Monday afternoon with all due respect to Starland Vocal Band, this is a little bit of afternoon delight, a little late afternoon delight. Coach Greg Thomas in his 10th season, 60-45, still looking for that 200th win. He's won 99 and 95 in his 25th year as a head coach. Indians haven't moved any by Max Prepp's rankings so far. It's just been a couple days, 325th in the state, 5,305th nationally. Coach Matt Adams coaches the Catholic Crusaders in his first year. 0-3, 206th in the state, 2,588th nationally. Catholic lost their opener at Navarre, 56-35. Lost to Gulf Breeze, 38-25. And then Milton pulled one out of the hat, I'm told, last week, 21-17.
And Milton has that knack. They've got Harry Tees, came over from West Florida Tech. And those kids play hard for him. They did that against us. We had them in a competitive game over there a couple weeks ago, and they made an adjustment at halftime, and we could not counter that adjustment, and they ended up pulling it out.
No TV tonight other than Emerald Coast TV. We will be, the plan is to be simulcasting our audio with the video of R.J. Murdoch and his team. The Indians take the field first. Kind of lackadaisical mascot out there for the Indians. It's a Monday night.
He sprinted out and gave it a little bit of an effort to put the spear in the ground at the 50.
Yeah, posing by the picture. Here come the Crusaders from Catholic.
Catholic has
about 22, 25 people in the stands across the way.
Yeah, and that sun over there. And Catholic came to town, gray pants on. They have a yellow and green stripe up the side. White jerseys, green numbers, a gold helmet more towards yellow, not the Notre Dame gold, but the Green Bay Packer gold with the green face mask.
Coach Thomas indicated that the short rugby pooch kick, quick kick formations going in the toilet. We're not going to do that tonight. Brady Uten is going to long snap it to Brady Peters. So it'll be the Brady bunch on special teams. So you're going to have your quarterback out there long snapping both on point afters and on punts.
Maybe only a couple times.
That might be somewhere Brady Uten could get a career in college.
I was going to say, when I saw that and you mentioned he was going to be the long snapper, that might benefit him long-term wise.
He can sling it back there.
Football future, man. They make money in the NFL, long snappers, and they do nothing but long snap. Make a nice high six-figure salary a year. That'd be nice. I should have got in a long snapper.
I told Coach Thomas I used to straight ahead kick it and I would long snap it to the punter back in the day. I can do it. I just don't have any eligibility left. All right, Indians will return to start the game. Marcus Malloy and also D.T. Grant. And I thought about this earlier today. We got to wonder, it's only been 3 days. Those cramps Marcus got in both legs on Friday, if those might show back up tonight.
If he didn't drink any water and eat some dill pickles and bananas, then they will, because it's warm out there.
We're the only game in town, the makeup game. Certainly not mandated, but volunteered on both sides, so we're going to have it. Approaches it, toe meets leather. It's going to be taken by D.T. Grant. He's in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. That's Christian Murphy's first touchback of the year. Or excuse me, Bryce Horton, his first touchback of the season for Catholic.
You figure the coach's philosophy, hey, we're young. We need as many repetitions as we can. Let's play the game. Let's let the band get some concession money. We'll get a little gate money, and hopefully we'll emerge better from the experience.
Hats off, the style marchers are here in full uniform tonight. They're here, and you never know on a Monday night. I mean, kids have obligations. It's not a normal game night. Some,
impressed.
Yeah, so we'll go bring it out in the spread. Twins left, single receiver to the right. We'll run motion back, fake the jet sweep, and hand it inside. A couple yards there for Reggie Fain. Actually, back to the 20. That's about it.
A host of white jerseys in there. Middle linebacker Patrick Richardson.
Gain of a half a yard. Second down, 9.5. Early on here at the Joe, one play in the books. We're up in the Chateau where it's quite a fair tonight. Ribs.
Oh, yeah.
Cajun pasta, hot nuts. You got it. Spread it. Twins right. Single receiver left is Malloy. Second down. Looking for Malloy. He's caught it out in the flat. Hugs the boundary and gets a first down.
I say he stepped out of bounds, Tom, back at the 28.
You're exactly right. He's on top of it. So it's going to bring up third down and 2 for the Indians. First drive of the night by either team. Shadows coming over the field.
How about the numbering system? Went LSU style on it tonight. Every 45, 50, 45, every 5 yards we got a number.
Spare no expense of white paint for sure. Third down. Twins right. Motion comes Reggie Fain. Will hand it inside and going to be stopped short of a first down.
We got to go ahead and get the go. I don't know.
Mario Banks, the ball carrier. We're on our own 29. Going to bring up fourth down and a long yard.
Catholic in their 4-3 defense. It's a 4-man front. They've got big tackles and 2 good-looking defensive ends. Active middle linebacker. Let's see what Choctaw dials up.
Coach Thomas says, and why not? We're going to spread it. Go back into the shotgun. Banks is at the side of Uten. We're going to try and hard count him off. And Catholic's not biting. We'll take the timeout and punt this one away.
Now let's fake a punt. What do you think about that?
Not a bad spot to do it from.
Hey, you're 0-3. Got a makeup ball game, 6 o'clock on a Monday. Let's, although they're probably saying after a timeout, watch the fake, watch the reverse.
Yeah.
Maybe we better punt it. And
Catholic has quite the schedule. How about this for a start? At Navarre, at Gulf Breeze, at Choctaw and Milton. Then at Pensacola High, who's the real deal again this year. Then they'll host American Heritage, Madison County, Northview, and Washington to finish off the season.
Man, that's tough. I mean, that's real tough.
Yeah.
American Heritage they come up from Miami.
All right, we won't go I. We'll go spread. Fourth down, a yard to go from the 29. Motion, hands off inside the Banks, and I don't think he's going to make it.
Oh, we got a favorable spot. Thank you, Zebras. Wow, did we get a good one. Thank you. Fourth down, that's a first down.
Chains will move, and the Indians should go down to the Tom Thumb and buy a lottery ticket after that one.
They have a
10.
bird's eye view, but it didn't look like he was close to crossing the 30.
Twins right, single receiver left is Malloy. Malloy watches it buzz by his head.
We're supposed to run a 5-yard route, and we ran a 6.5 yard.
Yeah, Malloy just kind of looked at it as it buzzed by the Catholic bench. One hop over there, and we got another ball coming in. Second down, 10 to go. Early on here at the Joe, 10-22. Second down. 10. Screen pass. So it is Zalis Alexander. Zalis has some room, and Zalis has one man to beat. He's at the 35.
Run.
He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Stiff arms a man. Touchdown, Indians.
Wow, great individual effort by Zalis.
Laundry free on the field, and the Indians draw first blood.
70-yard screen pass on a 2nd and 10. Made a linebacker miss, and then just outran everybody.
So Brady Uten will snap it, Brady Peters will hold it, and Connor Hollis will try to boot this one through. Again, the Indians, the passing stats are out of this world, especially after the last week. Snap is down, placement's down, it's up, and it is no good. 6-0. Back after these words. You're listening to the Big Green Radio Network. All right.
With 10:06 left to go in first quarter play. Score, Choctaw 6, Catholic 0. Ball being teed up by number 25, Pine Powell for kickoff. Back deep to receive for Catholic. Number 2 for Terriers, Etheredge Stadium, and number 22, Christian Murphy.
Screen pass. Brady Uton to Zalis Alexander. Football's a team game, but Zalis did a lot of that on his own.
Hollis approaches it. Short kick, way short, going to be taken, and a running start at the 15-yard line. And wrapped up at the 25, a lot of effort, a lot of movement. We missed the pregame announcements with regard to pregame meal this week, sponsored by Keith Rockman at Whitrock Construction. Also J&J Construction with the run-through banner that the Indians ran through. They'll run through that twice this week.
For the 3 times in 7 days.
Yes, sir. So the Crusaders will have it at their own 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Garrett Foley's the man at quarterback. At his side is Abram Smiley. Smiley gets the first grab and up to the 29 for a few yards. Second down.
Like you say, Tom, in the spread, they went trips wide side of the field, tight end backside, and ran a little read option to the short side of the field.
Catholic used to, and the old administration would really mess with you. They'd go spread for 2 quarters, and then they'd come in double tights and run full house under center backfield. They'd really mix it up. Second down, motion left. And jet sweep left side up across the 35 to about the 39-yard line goes Jacoby Jackson.
And we did not set the edge. Tight end was able to seal our defensive end, and there was no outside linebacker, so they pick up easy yardage there.
Early first quarter, Indians on top, 6-0. 70-yard pitch and catch. Zalis Alexander. Zalis did most of it and missed the PAT, so that's where we're at. First possession for the Crusaders. They'll split trips right, single versus twins left, so they're empty. 1st and 10. Jet sweep to the right side this time, and they've got some room. Going to be near the stakes, about 2 yards short. That's Deterius Gideon.
That's a nice offense for senior 11 and 12-year-olds, because everybody wants to run outside. You got wide field, fast kids, and they just picked up 7.
Gideon and Jacoby Jackson, the 2 leading receivers for Catholic, and they both have a carry tonight. Second down, going empty again. Foley has trips left. He's going to look left, throws left, complete. Down at the Indian 48-yard line.
And that's just they got a flag. Pre-snap read. Had trips wide side towards us. Twins up top. Safety was 10 yards back. Guy he was covering did a 5-yard turnaround, and easy picking.
Illegal formation called against Catholic. You got to wonder if Catholic got picking up some tips from Milton in the second half when Milton went empty on the Indians.
Very well could have.
That's going to back them up to the 41. So it's going to bring up second down and 8. Early first quarter, 8:28 to play. First drive of the night for the Crusaders. We'll do it again Friday night when Pace comes to town for homecoming. Right now, the task at hand's wearing yellow helmets and white jerseys. Foley's rolling to his left, throwing back across his body, incomplete. Bounced it to Gideon.
On Hopper. Running a combination route where he's reading what the safety's doing. Now they got another flag. Ineligible receiver downfield. They're having problems. Either the line went downfield or somebody was covered up. I think that's what's happening is they're covering each other up on these trips formations.
That'll back Catholic up, back up to their 36, so it's going to bring up second down.
Catholic incomplete pass. Clock stops with 8:09 left in the first quarter. Choctaw up 6-0.
Second down, call it 13. Catholic will go empty again. They'll go trips left, and now they're going to go. I think they've got an equipment issue. Number 24's got an issue with his gloves. He'll just take them off.
Must have had one of those bracelets on.
Must have. Now he's got the gloves on, so yeah. That's Jalen Fortune. So trips left, Twins right, empty backfield. Second down, 13. Foley sets up the screen underneath. And here we go to the house. 12:40. Take it down at the 34-yard line.
Marquetrius Warmel comes over from a safety spot across the field, makes the tackle, knocks the lid off of Deterius Gideon. He's a sophomore, 5'7", 144-pound scat back, and they did what Choctaw did to them, spread it out and run the Rocket Ishmael screen, and they executed it perfectly.
7:50.
Foley sets up the screen underneath. And here we go to the house. 12:40. Take it down at the 34.
Smiley in the backfield. Receivers. Jackson fakes the speed sweep. Here's Smiley coming back, and we tackle him for a loss.
Good job by the defense.
Miles Brantley.
We saw that play on Friday night. Navarre lined up in that same formation and would run the fake to jet sweep and get the crossbuck action coming back, counter. Snipped it out. Good job defensively by the Indians. Martino Plummer stayed home and did a good job.
Second down, loss of 4, so it's going to bring up second down, 14. Late afternoon start, early evening start here at the Joe. If we'd have done this a month or two ago, we probably could have got the whole thing on and not needed the lights. Out in the flat, tackled at the line of scrimmage, a quick screen out toward the right boundary.
Tanner Pattison arrives first for the Indians, squares him up, waits for some help. Good job by Tanner there.
Tanner Pattison, the leading tackler on the Indians with 13 total tackles going into the night. That's the good news.
He comes with a little attitude when he shows up.
He does.
He's not in a good mood, way you like to see it.
All right, third down, 13, empty again. Foley now will check off. Reset, and going to look left. And down he goes back at the 41-yard line.
Give Jeffrey Jones credit for the sack. Dr. Marshall will be happy to ante up, get a sack, keep the clock running, and get Catholic off the field, get the Indians.
We need to have Scotty back at the station with that cash register sound effect when there's a sack, Or
cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Ringing the register. Fourth down, 19 to go. Punt formation. Christian Murphy. High kick.
Get out of the way.
Indians run away from it, hopefully, and it bounces out of bounds at the Indian 17-yard line. Get a little hydration break. We'll stop it for hydration. Again, remind you, tonight is, as all home games, the Choctaw AJ Spirit Shack, that whole new line of Choctaw hoodies, shirts, hats, jerseys, backpacks, pencils, pens, spray paint, You name it, it's there. The Shack's open during all varsity, JV, and freshman home games this year. Also, remember Wednesday night, Big Green Indian Fan Night this week out at Buffalo Wild Wings from 7 to 7:30. Come on out, support the Indians. If you don't listen in, make sure you get it on WPSM, or excuse me, WPSM, or 91.1 FM, or WPSM.com.
I love the enunciation. W.
For the athletes. Come out and support the Indian athletes as we'll take over 1st and 10 from our own 17-yard line after the break for hydration. Brought to you by Mike Webster, attorney at law. Thank you, Mike. Out of the spread. We'll motion back and jet sweep it to DT Grant. Grant across the 20. Grant's at 25. Grant's knocked out of bounds at the 35. Actually, the 37. DT Grant, younger brother of Richie. We got to quit saying that. Excuse me, that was feigned.
Big
Double
DJ Hall.
excuse me.
We'll motion back and jet sweep it to DT Grant. Grant across the 20. Grant's at 25. Grant's knocked out of bounds at the 35. Actually,
Upfield.
Reggie Fain. 1st and 10 Indians from the 37-yard line. So a gain of 20.
Was Richie number 9? Because that's what Deterian is.
Yeah, I believe so. And the Indians will take a timeout. This will be our second timeout.
Right now.
That timeout didn't take real long.
Couldn't get them lined up. Wanted to run a particular play on 1st down after a big run play, and well, cobwebs. They just played Friday, had Saturday, Sunday prepare. I want to hear get in the ice bath. Oh my, I was deplorable.
Hang with us when we get to halftime. We'll have the big chief, Dr. Lee Hale, up in the booth with us. Talk with him about what's going on at Choctaw. Maybe put him under the gun with some tough Q&A. Take it in the memory bank. All right, Twins left, single receiver right. Motion feign, fake the jet sweep, inside handoff to Mario Banks. He gets a couple up to the 40.
Tried to pull our big Jason Godfrey. He hit number 88, bounced off of him. Timothy Hewley.
5 minutes to play, opening quarter. Indians on top, 6-0. 70-yard touchdown pass. And missed extra point. Play action.
Got him.
Looking over the middle, and he's going to overthrow. No, it's caught in the breadbasket. Touchdown, Zalis Alexander, his second catch of the night. 61-yard touchdown pass. Zalis got behind them all. They're happy on the home side.
Big play in them. Go for 2 or kick the extra point.
It looks like the Indians are going to go for 2.
play action, got him. Looking over the middle, and he's going to overthrow. No, it's in the caught in the breadbasket. Touchdown, Zalis Alexander, his second catch of the night.
He will line up as your receiver to the right.
Corner out. Sprint to the corner.
Alexander, play action, looking for Peters.
Throw it.
Looking for Peters, touchdown.
Yes.
Excuse me, yes, touchdown. Point after, I should say. And the Indians convert to 2.
I didn't think Brady Uten was going to see him. He broke open early.
He was there.
He was looking.
Corner out. Sprint to the corner. Alexander, play action, looking for Peters. Throw it. Looking for Peters, touchdown. Yes. Excuse me, yes.
Touchdown. Indians, you're listening to Big Green Radio Network. Yes, sir. Okay. I will. Okay.
There's not much crowd.
There's not much crowd here, yeah. We can hire some kids.
I'm just kidding.
That's Touchdown and Drive brought to you by Integrated Solutions for Systems.
The Indians go 83 yards in 3 plays, capped off by a big run on first down by Reggie Fain, and then a 61-yard touchdown completion to Zalis Alexander. He has 2 receptions for 131 yards and 2 scores this evening. Big first quarter, and Brady Peters catches a 2-point conversion for a 14-0 lead for the Indians.
The Brady bunch combined for the 2-pointer. Hollis approaches it. Short kick taken at the 12. No.
W.
All right, we've got it. We'll have it on the 47. That's good.
From the 47-yard line, Choctaw back on offense, 1st and 10. That's number 24, Mario Banks, ahead for nearly 10 yards. Back made out there by number 88, Tim Zero.
They ran one play, got 9 yards by Mario Banks. 2nd down, 1 to go. Oh, they're going to measure this one. So if you're watching on Emerald Coast TV, you caught that play, but they're going to measure this one. Dangerously close.
The Indians take possession at the Catholic 47 after that punt. 12 minutes to go in the second quarter, but that play took 26 seconds off the clock. 11:34.
See Judge Mike Flowers there talking with Sherry Bruns. He loves playing golf. When it's his turn to hit, just give him the old "Your Honor, Your Honor." Golfer back in the day at University of Alabama.
He's sporting his Crimson Tide shirt.
Oh, yeah. He is an avid Niceville Eagle fan.
Oh, yeah.
Being a Niceville alum.
Season tickets.
Oh, yeah. Chains move for the Indians, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 21-0. A little pep in the O-line step now.
They are coming out of that huddle.
Tight end Johnny Holguin in the game. Uten keeps it on the read option. Gets a couple.
6 just threw a punch, didn't get caught. For Catholic. Johnny Holguin was blocking him, and 6 was giving him the business. Darius Dunn.
2nd down, Alexander wide right. 3 touchdown catches tonight. Have to go back in the Indian record books to see about that. How about this for Mario Banks? Banks runs into a man, bounces off, and takes it inside the 20 down to the 18.
William Jordan, middle linebacker, 6'1", 195-pounder, met him square in the backfield, but he blasted him. Mario Banks prevailed, 5'9".
Left, single receiver, Alexander to the right. They've got safety help on the right side. They'll hand it inside to Banks, and Banks gets it down to the 15.
Running tough, running aggressively, Mario. I didn't realize he was a sophomore.
2nd down, 6 to go for the Indians from the 16. Have to get just inside the 10 for a 1st down. 21-0, 10 minutes to play in the opening half. All big green tonight so far. Uten out of the gun. 3-step drop, and he's going to call his own number. Quarterback draw. Uten inside the 10. Uten's inside the 5. He's down at the 4.
Can't do wrong tonight, Brady Uten. Pulls it down, goes to the left side, outruns.
Point after attempt by number 25. Hollis is good. 9:40 left go in the first half of play. The score, Choctaw 28, Crusaders 0.
All right. Wow. Indians up 28-0 early in the second quarter. This scoring drive update brought to you by Dr. Brody Bowman.
There's kids.
They're resilient.
They're resilient. 6 plays, 47 yards. Take off 2 minutes and 20 seconds off the game clock. Taking 28-0 lead. Mario Banks and Brady Uten do the damage on the ground for the Indians, but looked dominant on that drive. No pass attempts. Well, 1 pass attempt, but Brady tucked it for about a 15-yard gain. Indians doing what they want tonight.
Hollis from that left hash. And he gets a hold of one. Finally, and that one's over the heads of everybody out of the end zone. So the Catholic Crusaders will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. 9:40 to play here in quarter number 2.
See if we can get them off the field again.
That's the defense's mantra. Get off the field, and they certainly have done that. Now we'll see what Catholic dials up. Foley back in the game at quarterback.
And that was something that in Penn State, the defense made practice.
Foley hands it to Smiley. Before, if they watched a lot of film of Milton, saw the empty backfield, and kind of went away from what they do well, which is Smiley. Smiley's got almost 400 yards going into tonight in 3 games.
You're probably right, Tom, because they played Milton the week after we did. That was probably the main thing they prepared for. And said, let's give it a shot. They couldn't defend it.
There's Smiley is up to the 25 to the 26, going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Granted, it's the first game, Navarre, but they scored 35 on Navarre, and it was a back and forth affair before Navarre made a couple of big plays to put it away late, but they've got explosive potential.
3rd down. As the Crusaders will do something that's strange, they will huddle up. Today's day and age, that's kind of weird. 3rd down. It's actually 5 to go. Smiley in the backfield, he'll get it. And going to be short of a 1st down.
Good job by the Indian defense. They've got the misdirection going with the speed sweep. Fake that and hand it to the running back. Slows the linebacker's pursuit down when that's going on. They can't commit till they see the ball handed off.
Catholic's going to go for it. 4th down and 2, and Indians want time.
Yeah, we pulled the defense off the field, put the special teams in. They're going to go for it, so we had to call a timeout to get the right personnel back in there.
Again, Friday night, the Patriots come for homecoming. Pace Patriots.
That's going to be the 5th game.
Yeah,
midpoint
season
of the
will be
season.
halfway over. The regular season will be halfway over after Friday night. Pregame 6:40. Kickoff is at 7. Homecoming festivities they'll crown the queen, and other classes will be here. Like I said, class of 1977, I know for a fact will be here.
1977, the Choctaw Indians. I think they were 12-1 or 13-1. Their only defeat last game, they lost by a field goal in the state championship. They played that game in Ocala. Lost to Carroll City, 10-7.
Wishbone formation for a Catholic. Double tight ends. Go for it, and why not? Because Indians are moving the ball at will on them. And they've got the 1st down, but this one's going to come back for a hold. Ooh. Christian Murphy, the ball carrier. Oh, excuse me. Yep, Christian Murphy, but this is going to come back.
I don't know. Let's see.
As they sort it out, let's see.
They're marking it off. What do we do? Face mask?
It will go against the Indians.
Where's the guy going? into the run, so it's a personal foul. What?
How about that? Hitting below the knees on the defense.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Not sure exactly what happened, but that's going to give the Crusaders tremendous field position at the Indian 37.
We need to get, you'll have to ask Lee Hale about that one. How can the defense get called for a chop block or a low block? What?
1st and 10 from the 37. Foley hands it to Smiley. Smiley gets taken down after a yard, maybe 2, down to the 36.
Sean Yu comes up from that linebacker spot, puts a pop on him, and then, I'll say it again, Martino Plummer's been active tonight. I've been calling his name, and Brazon Smith.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Ball now spotted at the Choctaw 37-yard line.
Catholic has dumped the empty look and now is going back to what got them here. They've got Smiley in the backfield alongside Foley. 2 wides to the left. And kind of a halfback behind the right tackle. Looking left, throwing left, complete. Near a first down, but not quite. Almost is Jacoby Jackson. Jackson averaging 10 yards a catch this year.
They've taken 3 minutes.
You heard it right. 28-0.
Halfway through the second quarter, we still have 2.5 quarters to play yet. We need to get that ball back right now and get back to scoring.
3rd down. 2.5. Smiley. And he's got a first down and a few to spare inside the 30, down to the 26.
Clock will stop momentarily. They reset the chains. Sun is trying to set, 6:47.
Beautiful night here at the Joe. Timeout for hydration. This hydration break brought to you by our friends at Cheers Sports Pub. You've heard, you've seen it. Make the turn to Shalimar Cheers out there on Eglin Parkway. They've got some great wings and pizza made just the way you want.
Make the turn.
Make the turn. Again, Friday night, make the turn here if you're not going to make the turn to homecoming. Listen in, WPSM.com, 91.1, or for all the past games, log on to panhandle.ezstream. That's the letter E, the letter Z. Panhandleezstream.com, and they're all right there. All the broadcasts from this year. You can even go back in time. We've been doing this for a while. They were libraried over there. Bill Brownell and his team been with the Indians for quite a while doing this. Midway through the second quarter, it's 28-0 good guys. Catholic back out. Ready to go with twins to the right. Tight end set up to the left. Actually, tight end, yep, tight end left. They'll run motion, fake it to, hand it to Jackson. And he'll cut it outside, gets about 8. Second down. 28-0 Indians.
8 plays, and you hit it, Tom. They went back possibly to their main offense that they've been running all year. They tried to go empty, possibly from watching us not be able to defend it against Milton, but they've been successful with this drive here. This is the 9th play of the drive.
Second down, a long 3. Jackson in motion. They'll fake it to him, and he's going to throw this one. A little slant route, complete down to the 2-yard line. Kind of taking their time getting their special teams on. The
play clock's not running.
Clock's not even running, so they've got a month if they'd like. Snap is kind of slow, but the point after is good.
It does float back
And
there.
we've got a procedure penalty.
Back them up.
On the Crusaders. Special guests are all in the house, like we said, Dr. Lee Hale at halftime. And he's making his way up to the chateau. So this will be a do-over from 5 more yards. Nine on the front for the Indians. High snap again, but this one goes through. Does it? It does.
Nice.
No, it's wide right. 28-13. We'll be back after these words. You're listening to the Big Green Radio Network on WPSM 91.1 FM. Yeah, make the turn into Joe Etheredge Stadium. Crusaders are making this a game now.
Back to within 15. Covered 85 yards in 7 plays. Big pass, reception to set up the touchdown to Bryce Yates. 28-13.
28-13, like you said, the missed point after. This takes by Grant, or Malloy. And Malloy up to the 35-yard line. Uniforms with light white numbers. It's a dark number with a dark trim, and the light trim is just kind of hard to pick out. I think he's going to say, talk to Coach Thomas. And Coach Thomas, that will be a short conversation. 1st and 10, trips right, single receiver left is Malloy. Inside, how about that? Reggie Fain, the freshman, first down across the 45 to the 46.
Good job. We take no timeout, first down. 111.
111 to play. And he does. It'll be 2nd and 10. 3 seconds wind off the clock.
Second down, 10 yards to go.
Trips left for the Indians, single receiver right. Uten. Play action for the screen out to Malloy. Malloy stiff arms his man and gets down to the 48-yard line.
Good job, got out of bounds, stops the clock, 102.
Indians working the boundary.
Marius Nickerson makes the tackle.
3rd down, long 4. Monday Night Lights. Late afternoon delight. Cheerleaders haven't forgotten it's a game night as Uten, keeper inside the 45 down to the 43. That'll stop. The clock chains will move. 55.8 seconds.
Clock it. Lots of time. It's amazing how many plays they can run in a minute and 19 seconds these days.
Uten will get under center or clock this one. Maybe we'll one play see the Dan Marino fake clock, but I don't think that'll be anytime soon.
Back in the old days when me and Dr. Hale played, you had to throw it out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah.
So you had to rear back and throw it short side over the receiver's head.
That's back when no face masks and you could punch the running back 3 times in the face
before
on the way down.
Hits the ground. Yeah. We were good at that too. Coach Arthur used to insist that you punch him at least 3.
You're allowed 3, so you might as well get them. All right, trips right, single receiver left is Malloy. 2nd and 10. Indians working Canadian football with 3 downs when we're clocking it. Looking for Malloy deep, and he's out of bounds.
He throws a pretty pass.
Marcus was working that left sideline, and the ball was just too far left. 45 seconds, 28-13. Indians will huddle, 3rd down.
See if they run 6 or 7 plays in 45 seconds.
Trips right. Brady Peters is in the near slot on the right side. Set up the screen, and we've got it to Fain. Fain across the 35. Fain inside and bulldogged at the 28. 36 seconds. Clock will stop at 35. 1st and 10. Uten clocks it, bounces right back up to him.
It's like he's dribbling a basketball.
Yeah, 2nd down, 10. This will be the 2nd or 3rd straight 2nd and 10 off the clock play to stop the clock.
It would be nice. Finish this drive out. They're doing a great job executing and getting back and clocking it, and getting the most out of that clock.
Uten looking left, throwing left to Malloy on the boundary.
Oh, he was out of bounds.
Incomplete. He caught it.
He is about a yard out of bounds.
But did not have him in.
Where we go, 3rd and 10.
27.6 seconds. Indians lead at 28-13 here in the opening half.
And exciting. Lots of scoring. Lots of big plays, both teams.
Third down. Uten sends Twins right, Twins left. Fain's in the backfield, swings it out to him. Reggie Fain dances, gets outside a man. He's inside the 20. Reggie Fain's down at the 11-yard line with 17 seconds. Clock will stop with 17 seconds again. Set the clock it for the 4th straight time, and he does.
Fake the clock play and throw it.
14.8 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. He gets a... Alexander may have something to do with this play. He'll split wide right. Malloy is wide left. Want to work the boundary. We're out of timeouts. There's the hitch to Alexander. Long.
Back of the end.
Just long. 9 seconds left. And we're going to have a penalty on the Indians.
Yeah. Now we're going to have to go to the end zone again. Maybe we get 2 plays off. We've run 12 plays in 1 minute and 10 seconds. So the Indians will be backed up 10 yards. And bring up 2nd down again, says the down marker. 9 seconds left, and we'll have to go 31 yards to pay dirt.
Mountain gets a little higher. From the 18 back to the 31. 9 seconds. Uten, low snap. Looking. Could this be a University of Florida play? He's going to throw it in the end zone. Incomplete, but we've got a flag as time expires. Let's see.
Can't end on a defensive penalty. What do they got?
It was intended for Brady Peters.
Is that Brady?
So defensive holding.
So Brady had him beat. They had to grab the jersey. What are we sending the field goal kicker in, huh?
Well, we'll see. Should be 10 from the line of scrimmage. And that'll take it back to the 20-yard line, 21. So Brady Peters will hold it. Connor Hollis will give it a shot from the 28-yard line. 38-yard attempt.
They're backed way up. They're ready for a fake.
Snap is good. Placement's good. Kick is up.
Get there,
it's high
get there,
enough.
get there.
No good.
Just wide right.
So the Indians will take a lead into the locker room for the first time this year at half. 28-13. We'll be back in 2 minutes with Dr. Lee Hale. You're listening to the Big Green Radio Network.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Choctawhatchee High School is proud to present the 2017-2018 edition of our award-winning dance team. The Choctaw dance team competed this summer against some of the most competitive teams in the nation. They brought home third place in the small varsity division, 4 out awards based on choreographic excellence, as well as 2 All-American dancers, a bid to the Capital One Bowl, as well as qualifying for the Nation Dance Team Championship. The Choctaw Dance Team is currently ranked 5th place in the nation. This dance team would like to thank the platinum sponsors, Chick-fil-A,
Hey, Scotty.
Dow Law Firm, and Mango Disc Golf. Tonight, the team will be performing to God Bless the USA. The team is led by captains Hanifa Johnson, Kelsey Money, co-captains Brooklyn Peters, squad leaders Kaylee Simmons, team members Kenzie Calderon, Carlton Carter, Vita Hollis, Abby Kincaid, Gabby Mitchell, Maddie Motts, Valerie Nuzimo, Madison Texas, and Caitlin O'Ryan.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up
We've done the drawing up here in the booth for the 50-50 drawing. If you get out your tickets, please. Get out your 50-50 tickets. The amount to be won tonight is $141.50 and will be claimed at the table near the concession stand. Tonight's winning number is 2, 8, 3, 1. 2, 8, 3, 1. $141.50. Claim your prize at the table near the concession stand. Thank you. 50-50. Winning ticket number is 2831. 2831 is the winning ticket. Claim your prize for $141.50 at the table near the concession stand. Thank you.
Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Poppin', poppin', all we know. In the hills is all we know. Don't go through the front door. It's low key at the night show. So don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Party on a Sunday. Do it all again on Monday. Spit the check on the weekend. I might do it all again. I just hit a 3-peat.
As the Indians went up 6-0 to open the game, 70-yard pass from Brady Uten to Zalis Alexander, followed by a 61-yard pass from Uten to Alexander, followed by a 28-yard pass from Uten to Alexander. We got the 2-point conversion on the second one, a pass to Brady Peters, and it was 21-0. Then Mario Banks took it in from 4 yards out, 28-0, and that's when Catholic decided they better play.
Yeah, and they scored on their last two possessions. They went 9 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt, 4 plays and a punt, and then ran back to their old style of offense, we think. 11 plays, 80 yards, and scored a touchdown, made it 28-7. Then took over, and after a Choctaw punt, went 7 plays, covered 85 yards, took a minute and 26 off the clock, made it 28-13, and Choctaw made a run to end the second quarter. Missed a field goal by feet, and took it to halftime, 28-13 lead. So see if we can regroup and get some of our early success. Like say, 4 straight drives looking good. Some big plays to Zalis Alexander. Tommy had three touchdown receptions for 159 yards, and then we kind of went cold a little bit.
Yeah, though that's the good news is the Indians are on top, 28-13.
Yeah, got a big 15-point lead.
Just in case you're counting at home, Lee Hale, Dr. Lee Hale, the big chief here at Choctawhatchee High School, he picked USC, Auburn, Georgia, Penn State, and Florida this weekend. Also said he would attend a number of athletic events this year. I forgot the number. I think there was 8 college T-shirts represented in his closet. Tradition and technology, neither one is more important than the other. Who's the most popular mascot nickname? He said Tigers. Actually, it's Bulldogs. And the lowest score he's ever shot on a golf course, I think he said 79 with no mulligans or gimmies. So that was his 5 questions in 50 seconds.
Goofy golf?
For Dr. Lee Hill. Yeah.
Come on, Dr. Lee
He's
Hill.
thrown for over 300 yards, though.
I watched it. I watched that game.
So Connor Hollis will tee it up on the left hash mark. We will save our prognostications and predictions for Friday night. Hollis will kick it off from our right to our left. From a step inside the 40-yard line. Hollis approaches it. Toe meets leather. He skies this one. It's going to be taken at the 11-yard line. They faked the reverse.
Big hole.
And we don't bottle him up yet. Not yet. He's finally knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
A little excitement with the fake reverse.
Bryce Yates on the run back.
Catholic had 5 possessions. First half, 3 punts. Opened up with 3 punts and scored 2 touchdowns in a row.
First and 10 Crusaders from the 35. Good field position. They start the second half with. They trail 28-13. Inside to Smiley. Smiley gets about 3 off the left side.
Just try to run that power sweep off tackle play, and 205-pound backs picks up 3.5.
We were a normal Friday night, and we were in Santa Rosa County. We would have kicked this game off 6 minutes ago.
We're cruising now.
Yeah, second down for the Crusaders. Foley at quarterback, all the way with the exception of one series. They'll option it to Smiley. We've got him hemmed up in the backfield, and down he goes back at the 30-yard line. So it's going to bring up a loss of about maybe a yard.
2 linebackers.
3 yards.
Sean Yu, Jeffrey Jones. Back to the 30.
Third down, 15 to go for the Crusaders. Big play here for the Indians to get a 3 and out. Would be big for this defense. They got off the field over and over again early. Of course, that's when Catholic was going empty the whole game. Pass incomplete. Wide open, Jacoby Jackson. As they came, Fuller fell, but it was way over his head.
Yeah, he stumbled coming out of his break a little bit, and then the ball was misthrown badly. That's off to the chef.
Yeah. So Fuller will hang out around his 40-yard line. Murphy will punt it. He's at his own 15. A little Monday night fair tonight, as this one's a cold
Get out of the
shank.
way.
And we have a flag back at the 18-yard line. If that's on Catholic, I'm sure the Indians will refuse it. And it is. Procedure call, and the Indians will refuse it. The punt did not even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Oh, yes, it did. They're going to spot it at the 44-yard line. So it wouldn't have gotten the first down. First and 10, Big Green. Monday Night Lights here at the Joe. First of 2 tilts this week. The second one is Friday night as the Pace Patriots come to town. We'll run trips right. Banks right up the gut. Mario Banks driving down to almost the 40-yard line.
Forward progress is right at the 40. Good hard running. Forward lean, low center of gravity. Sophomore. Not a big guy. 5'9", 170 pounds, but strong.
Future's bright at running back with him and Fain. Fain, the 9th grader. More the speed and outside threat, although taller and bigger. Second down. Mario Banks again. He spins, gets inside down to about the 37-yard line. Going to bring up third down and a couple.
Yeah, as a coach does a good job. Fain's probably the more talented. He's a slasher, bigger, going to run the ball, but he's 165 pounds and he's a freshman, so you can't overuse him. Take a pounding at the varsity level. 3rd and 3.
And Banks has it. He's got a first down. Actually, that's Fain. Fain's inside the 25, down to the 23. That is Banks. Wasn't aware. Yes, this game started at 6 o'clock. Makeup game between Catholic and the Indians that Irma took care of. Play action. Uten's going to have to roll to his right now. He's going to tuck it and run. Stiff arms a man and gets out of bounds after picking up about 6.
Good job. Looked like he almost wanted to throw it to Reggie, but he was blocking, so Brady tucked it, continued to run, picked up good 7 yards.
Yeah, second down, 3 to go as the Indians are moving north away from Racetrack Road here. 8:33 to play in the third. Twin receivers to the left will hand it into Banks inside. He'll pound his way down near the first down. He's going to be about a yard shy.
Little counter action. Showed his belly button to the sideline with a jab step and then went back to his right. Pick up some linemen pulling and picks up a couple.
Third down, call it a yard.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Out of the spread. Brady Uten calls his own number, keeps it. He gets inside the 10, and he's down to the 9-yard line.
Lumbering.
And that play is good. For Indians, first down.
As the Swami used to say, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
What?
Penalty.
I didn't see the flag.
I didn't either. It's coming back against the Indians. Back to the 25-yard line.
That'll be third and
holding on the Indians.
Second down or third down?
The marker says third. .25. Alexander is wide to the right. 3 touchdown catches so far tonight for Zalis. Uten's going to look right. He's going to look back left, and he's got a man. It's Reggie Fain. Touchdown on the wheel route.
That's the 9th grader going up and making a play. Good throw by Brady. Sprinted out to his right a little bit. Threw it.
25-yard touchdown pass to the freshman. Hollis to tack on the extra point. He will try. Placement's down. Kick is up. It is good. 35-13 Indians. We'll be back after these words. You're listening to the Big Green Radio Network.
going to third quarter play. Fort Choctaw 35, Catholic 13. Howell speeds it up to the 40. Number 2, Gideon. Number 4, Gates. Back deep to receive for Catholic.
And this touchdown drive brought to you by Stubby's Seafood on Racetrack Road.
A methodical 8-play covering 44 yards. 2 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock, capped off by a 30-yard touchdown reception, Reggie Fain.
Yeah, they'll fake the reverse again and take it up the left side. It worked once. Why not try it again up across the 30 to about the 32? Probably the best thing about that drive was before it started. Being the Indians' defense coming up big with a stop and then the shank punt.
Yeah. Had to go 44 yards, drove it down.
From their own 31. 7:15 to play here in the third. Smiley, hard running, gets about 3, maybe 4.
You just saw a face mask or a hold right here. Grab the
Miles Brantley on the tackle. And it's going to be holding on the Crusaders.
That backs them up.
Back them up 10.
21. Right on the line of scrimmage, the hold.
That'll be 1st and 21 for the Crusaders.
First down, 20 yards to go.
Foley sends trips right, single receiver left, so he'll empty them out with 2 left and 3 right. They'll throw the inside screen. Not much there for Jacoby Jackson.
Not much at all. Indians do a good job defending that one. Only pick up three yards on the receiver screen.
If you're wearing green, or you go to school here, or you're a supporter, you're a happy person tonight so far.
It's been a nice Monday military appreciation night, 35-13 lead. Get it right
Foley,
here.
Foley, looking. We got him in the backfield. We do. Down he goes back at the 20.
He had 3 guys on vertical routes, and he had no time. The Indian pass rush. Rayson Smith and Martino Plummer all combined on that sack.
3rd and 21 for the Indians. For the Indian defense, I should say. 3rd and 21 to go for the Crusaders. Clock's at 19 seconds. 5:30 to play here in the third. I'm sure at the break we will have a long pass downfield, and it's intercepted.
Better than a punt.
I believe that's Zay Kane Fuller. It is.
Good job.
Xavier Fuller with the interception. And both sides will retreat for a little hydration.
Oh, there's a flag. Surely we
Yeah,
didn't
we'll
interfere.
stop.
Looks like it's going to be our ball. The ref
Well,
took
they're retreating, having both teams retreat to their sidelines. So we will keep it right here as the Indians will have possession.
They're going to get a little hydration break.
And they are. A lot of games happening this Friday night, as always. Walton is at Mariana. Graceville is at Freeport. South Walton is at Snook Christian Academy. Snook's playing a lot of the teams over here.
Where are they from?
from Foley, Alabama. Niceville
Foley
has a bye. West Florida at Crestview. Fort Walton Beach at Mosley. Baker at Rocky Bayou. That's going to be over Friday night at Meg's Wildcat Stadium. Baker's at Rutherford on Thursday, and we are 0-4 at North Bay Haven. It was great having Sports Information Director Extraordinaire Taylor Grigsby from the University of Niceville up with us at halftime. Actually, he's not anymore. He's kind of circled out of there, but if I was Coach John Hicks, I'd sign him into a new contract.
Sign him up.
He's the man. And this will back the Indians up to the 18-yard line.
He would do
and now they're going to back it up even further down to, the 21-yard line.
Phenomenal job with statistics and promoting Niceville athletics.
All sports.
Yeah.
He's at every contest. He goes to all of them. Nothing to do tonight, so he decided to come out here and watch the Big Green.
He's scouting. Don't let Hicks fool you.
Coach Hicks has got him on a mission.
He's over here scouting.
All right, the Indians will huddle 1st and 10 from their own 21.
10 seconds left on the play clock. Better to break it and go.
We're at 8, 7, 6 now. We're out. And we get it off inside the Banks. Mario running hard.
You're going to get a steady diet of Banks up the middle. He's having success. And wear that clock out. 5:12 left in the third quarter.
Mario reminds me a little bit of old Freddie Gray. You remember Freddie used to hit that hole? That quick hitter was his, that was the diet of Freddie Gray you'd get. 2nd down and 6 to go for the Indians from 25. Jet sweep, cuts it back inside. Down he goes. Reggie Fain.
He got horse collar Kaim Coleman, big 6'3", 200-pounder. Grabbed him and threw him. So you can say that a little light.
3rd and 4, and that's when Coach puts Fain in that set and in that motion, that's where you can have both Fain and Banks in the game at the same time. 3rd down, Lenar Minardo checks in. And 1st down, Brady Uten. He keeps it himself. He's across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. Up to the 42. Good for an Indian 1st down. We should have had Dr. Lee Hales. Give us Twins left. Play action out in the flat. Brady Peters with a spin move. Brady Peters gets up to the 45, where he's almost broken in half, but he's tough.
Yes, he is.
Clock's running away from the Crusaders right now as the Indians just eat clock. They go into the huddle and
going ball control. Coach is good at that. He'll keep them in the huddle. Play clock's at 19. He calls the play. They'll come to the line of scrimmage. Won't snap it.
35-13 here on a Monday night. The Indians on top, looking for that first win of this season. Banks up near midfield.
Just running with authority, Banks is. He looks like a 200-pounder. He's 170 pounds, but low center of gravity, and he runs hard, runs strong. 3rd and short.
They'll spot it at the outside the 49 of Catholic. We need to get just outside the 48, so 3rd and less than a yard. Banks will line up at the right side of Uten. And a little hard count gets Catholic jumping. And that's a 1st down the easy way.
That's being disciplined and taking advantage of undisciplined.
2:42 to play here in the 3rd. Indians on top, 35-13.
22-point lead. Look at taking it to 29.
Chains will move 1st and 10 Fain in motion. We'll fake the jet sweep, hand it to Banks, and they sniff that one out. We'll lose yardage for the first time this drive. Probably the first time this half.
They got a good push by a big defensive tackle that just checked in, Ethan Watson. He's 6'5", 300 pounds, and the two backers were right behind him. And we lose 2.
From the 46-yard line, 2nd and 12. 2:10 left to go in the third quarter of play.
Second down, 10 plus 2, as we've got 2 minutes, 5 seconds here in the third. From the Catholic 46-yard line. 35-13, good guys on top. Uten to Banks. Mario kicks it outside. Mario hard running inside the 40 down to the 36.
Where's he spotted? They spotted him at the 33.
I said got him at the 38.
Yep, that's right.
Got these. Oh, man.
Mississippi State spanked those Tigers.
One team, one heartbeat.
Beat slow.
Be slow, yeah. Uten dances around and gets the first down inside the 35 to about the 33.
Like Coach O's, what was he?
Tongue twisters.
Riddles, tongue twisters.
Tough tiger tongue twisters. Coach O's tongue tiger tongue twisters. Seashells, down by the seashore. From the 33, left hash mark, Indians just chewing up clock, 1:21 to play here in the third. Lead at 35-13. Lennar Minardo in motion. They'll fake it to him on the jet sweep, looking over the middle for Zayless Alexander. Does he catch it?
Yes,
he does at the 4.
Wow, what a catch.
Had the ball not been a little higher, it may have been picked, but he could have gone in.
Let me see if I can do some quick arithmetic. 195 yards receiving.
Number 6 is good for 6. He'll line up wide right. Uten calls his own number, and down he goes. He'll lose at least 1, maybe 2 yards back to the 4.
Yeah, he's going to lose 2. 1.5.
Malloy comes in for Brady Peters.
I wonder if we'll get to see Brady Peters take some snaps in the fourth quarter. A little left-handed southpaw action.
From the 4. Out of the spread, Twins right. Inside handoff, Banks, he gets down to the 1. Mario. Super Mario, we ought to call him.
Why not?
As this quarter will expire in a matter of 3, 2, 1, and that does it. What a night it's been so far for the Indians, and they're knocking at the door one more time. 35-13. 1 quarter to play. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Big Green Radio Network on WPSM.
Freshman team plays in Nashville tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock.
And here we go from the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. May even be at the 1, heading toward Racetrack Road.
Brady
Uten walks in. Touchdown, Indians.
put it in.
Wait a minute here. Hold everything. We're going to stop, I believe. I didn't see any laundry, but the official stopped everything.
Wonder what he was blowing his whistle for.
I don't know.
It's a touchdown. Points are on the board.
Points are on the board, so point after attempt forthcoming. Hollis will do the honors. Peters will hold it. Uten will snap it. And it's blocked.
Oh.
So 41-13, good guys. Brady Uten with his first touchdown run of the season, I believe.
6 minutes and 30 seconds off the game clock. 12 plays, 80 yards. Capped off by a touchdown run. Brady Uten had some big plays by Mario Banks rushing the ball. Can't say enough about Reggie Fain and his running and catching tonight as a freshman. An offensive line blocking, just controlling the line of scrimmage. And anytime you run 12 plays and cover 80 yards, take 6 minutes off the game clock, that's a successful drive.
How it all sets up here again. Pace Friday night is homecoming. Then the following week we go to Crestview for the first district game of 3. The Indians will get a break on October the 6th, and then we'll go to Niceville and finish the season with 3 straight home games. Leon High School out of Tallahassee for the Hall of Fame night on October 20th. The 27th, the Vikings, and November 3rd, senior night, the Bay Tornadoes come to town.
Blink and it's gone.
Every game, pregame, 6:40 kickoff at 7 o'clock from this point forward. Connor Hollis again over by that left hash mark. High short kick taken at the 9. The 15, the 20. There's no reverse this time, but still taken up to the 36-yard line, 37.
That's the way you coach them to return a kickoff. Get going as fast as you can, as quick as you can, and go in a straight line north and south. If you have to make somebody miss, do it within that couple-yard box, but you want to be covering ground north and south, not running east and west, and that's what that young fella did. Christian Murphy.
41-13. It's been all Indians tonight, as we're under a quarter to play. Catholic a little disjointed, and in comes the laundry as the linemen were shifting around. Everybody moving, everybody dancing at the same time. That'll back them up 5. 1st and 15 from the 31. Style Marchers are grinding it out tonight, aren't they?
I'm impressed with them tonight. They've done a great job getting the student section in it and playing like a band's supposed to at the football game. Hats off to the Big Green Style Marchers.
Pressure, quarterback scrambling and trying to get run out of bounds. He can't. He's down at the 29-yard line. So
Jimmy Hart finally runs him down.
After all that, a loss of about 2 yards.
Lumbering, slumbering, high stepping it, slow walking it.
Running like that.
He wants to hand it off and take 3 steps and put that back foot on the ground and let it go.
41-13, second down. Inside to Smiley, and he gets a couple, but he got racked up pretty good. Martino Plummer, I believe.
Grayson Smith.
Grayson Smith.
Number 58. brace them.
Third down. 15 to go from their own 32. Complete, but going backwards actually is Gideon.
That's Xavier Fuller.
Threw that quick out over in the right flat. These jerseys are hard to pick out.
Black jersey with the green numeral with a little bit of white outline.
So the Crusaders are going to go for it. 4th and 15. We'll leave the Indians a short field. Just under 10 minutes to play here in regulation.
Figure get this clock running, huh?
Lofted down the right boundary and intercepted again. How about that?
Score.
Across midfield, the right. Zay Kane Fuller again.
Hey. Good job.
Xavier Fuller is turning into an interception machine. That's his second of the night. And you called it. Will we see it? Looking for number 12. For a late night snack is one of our guests. Uten out of the spread. Hand off right up the middle. Not much there for Plummer.
Nothing.
Second down. Call it 10. What a night it's been. A lot of guests tonight in the Chateau. Dr. Lee Hale, Samantha Fairley, Taylor Grigsby. Everybody. So Catholic will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 30 seconds. We'll be back after these words. You're listening to the Big Green Radio Network. Pocket humor.
I'm telling you.
Second down. A long 9 to go for the Indians from the 37-yard line.
Big night for the Indians. Get off the schneid. Get a win. Keep people healthy.
As Uten hands it. Oh, yeah, a little streak route, a little play action and go complete to number 20, Seth Wilson.
Johnny Holguin.
Is that Johnny Holguin? I was looking at the wrong.
Soft hands, setting up the Indians possibly to get the
from the 12.
Another big touchdown coming.
Uten with twins left, single receiver right is Alexander. Motion. Handed inside, Lennar Minardo. He's going to put a move on. Touchdown Indians.
That'll start that clock a running.
That should do it. Like you said, get the clock in high gear. The Indians lighting up the. We're short a man. We got about 19 seconds to get him on, and In he comes. Peters will hold it. Snap is down, placement's down, it's up, it's good. No block this time. 48-13, 35-point margin. The Indians on top. Back after these words, you're listening to the Big Green Radio Network.
Duke. We miss old the Duke.
Short pooch kick. The Indians trying to kick this away from these fake reverses and whatnot. And taken down at the 31-yard line.
Good job, Jimmy Hart, attacking the receiver, Bryce Yates, 5'8", 140-pound scat back type. Zigging and zagging, and Jimmy came blasting in there.
Timeout for hydration as the Indians trot to the sideline. A happy bunch, 48-13. And something, we've got that clock running, which is a lot of fun. A lot of fun for the good guys.
They stopped the clock. We ran it during the extra point and then stopped it.
Stop it for a little hydration.
We could do that.
Maybe they stop it.
That PAT, that point after attempt that was good, was actually picked by number 35, Carson Conway.
Yeah, all the essentials tonight to eat in the chateau. If you have ribs, you got to have some wet naps. You know, you got to have a wet rag. And that's exactly what we brought. Spared no expense.
I had it like there was a line to get in here. I went out to
to
use the restroom, came back, and there was the line 10 people deep.
It's the best here at the chateau from the 37-yard lines. Catholic Crusaders on the left hash. And they're